or so. But I got another box for $10. And this one, the guy said, have you ever heard of Barnyard Commandos? And I have heard of Barnyard Commandos, but I don't know much about them. Apparently they're very squishy, kind of like a dog toy. They really, because they've been sealed up in here, smell very strongly. Like, it's almost like a crayon kind of smell. I don't know, it's just the rubber, I guess, the old rubber. But I know that these are kind of in demand. They're kind of around that time from when they remind me a little bit of like Mad Balls in a way. And also, just the stuff that they're with, and they're made by Playmates, so like Ninja Turtles, obviously. But I think like Street Sharks was catching on, a whole bunch of these anthropomorphic kind of animals. And so, these seem to be, 1989. So I think they're original and everything. So let's see what we got here. We got this guy, the sheep. I don't know any of their names, sorry about that. There's like different versions of sheep, it seems like. And it actually came with this DVD, which is weird. Like, I don't know where they would have got this, but this is obviously like a homemade thing. Like, this is just printer paper. And then it's got just a, generic disc in here that somebody burned, I guess. And it says all 4 episodes. So I guess there were only 4 episodes of this. It's got nothing on the back. It says DVD. So I don't know. It was an older couple. I don't know where they would have gotten this. It's so strange to me. So anyway, another one of these guys. It's like we have a whole army of these sheep here. And then another one of these. They're real like tacky too, which I guess makes me think, yep, they're definitely rubber, from the 1980s or 90s, I guess it would be. But it looks like they're, I think 89 is most of them. But then I'm guessing these are all like the same kind of thing. Here's a pig. It looks slightly different to me, like it's all compact. Doesn't have like individual legs like this one that says 1989 on it. Like these all say Playmates 1989 on them, and then there's this pig with the anchor on its butt. It's almost like a My Little Pony kind of mark kind of a thing on it. I don't know what that's all about. But there's like a couple of each one. So like with the fake kind of repro DVD, it made me a little nervous that something funky was going on here. Obviously they weren't making DVDs in 1989, so I don't know how this like came to be that they've got the Barnyard Commandos DVD. I don't know, it's an unusual situation, but here's the pig, and this one does say 89 on it, like a different version. They've all got this like kind of air inside them kind of a deal. And then we've got like the more, I guess, normal setup for the pigs. And this one doesn't have, oh, it's on the butt where it says 1989 TCFC Playmates Toys. So I'm guessing they're legit. Seems like it. Regardless, even though there was that DVD in there that's kind of weird. So maybe these are just slightly different versions. I'm gonna have to do a lot of research and figure all this out. Because here is another one of these kind of deals where it's all bunched up. I don't know if those like flew out of some catapult or something. And then we've got another kind of a pig. Get a lot of stuff stuck to him because the rubber is so kind of rough. It's like a smaller little pig. And we've got the standing up sheep. Some of these kind of remind me of the Food Fighters characters as well. So there was like a lot of similarities with like the Food Fighters, the Ninja Turtles, the Street Sharks, like all that kind of stuff from roughly in that time period too. And I guess they're all kind of in demand because of people's memories of them and stuff from that time, which is kind of surprising. Like, who would have thought, like, knockoff Ninja Turtles or whatever, you know, a lot of these were kind of spawned by the success of Ninja Turtles. Who would have thought that they would be, in some cases, worth more than, you know, the basic Ninja Turtles anyway. Here's another one of these kind of guys. Standing on their hind legs. So, and then we've got a kind of squishy, but it's kind of getting hard maybe with age, like a Burger King, it looks like, toy. It doesn't say the year on this one, but so that's kind of cool to have those Barnyard Commandos. And here's another reason I'm thinking they're legit, because there's bits and pieces in here of these Barnyard Commandos. I don't know if they're instruction manuals or what. I have to like tape it together like a puzzle or something. Bits and pieces of this stuff. Guess it goes there. No. I don't know. It's hard to tell because there's so many bits and pieces in here. Ugh, that'll be a fun puzzle to try to put together. And then there's like a bigger bit here. That used to be, I guess, the top part of that maybe. So I guess they're legitimate. And then, if, you know, had this been $10, I'm sure it'd be a great deal from the prices that I see. And I could probably make some kind of lot of them together. I don't really have any particular nostalgia for these myself, and have these growing up or anything like that, and not like on my radar that I wanted even. But they also had these little like vehicle kind of things, and they're almost like, I guess, Zuzu pets, I think it was, where like the vehicles have a peg type thing on them and they just plug in, and so it kind of, it's almost like armor in a way. I'm probably putting this on like the wrong guy, but like it kind of plugs in the back, and yeah, that's definitely not for him, I'm sure. Probably one of these guys, huh? Actually, I don't know who this fits. Maybe this little pig. Seems like they are kind of specific in who they fit on, maybe, which is weird. I guess these have the plug in the back too, don't they? I don't know. I'll have to experiment with that. Maybe that's what these things are for. These are pretty round. Maybe they're supposed to be in a jet. I don't know. Maybe it says on that thing. Just trying to like plug it into all of them, and none of them are really fitting that well with it. That doesn't make any sense. How about this pig? It's like, it's really tight on some of them. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some homework. I guess it has the ram horns on it, so theoretically some kind of a sheep, or maybe this ram, if that'll fit somehow. But see, here's all these little pieces I'm gonna have to deal with. But we've got like a couple of the jets, and I guess they probably came with them at one point. So we saw those and push them over. I have some room for these different vehicles to come out. And there is a bathtub. It says Porks on it. It's got just a sticker at the bottom with like hoof prints. Some kind of like a missile attachment, like a walker gun kind of thing. And this is all in the box, so I'm assuming these all somehow go with these guys. But I mean, some of them could be from some other set. But these make sense, they all go together. It's a submarine looking one, I guess. A bunch of them. Which makes sense, I guess, because there's multiple of the same characters. Since it's got like a pig nose on it. So I'm sure they like go with one of those. There's another back thing that has like a fan on it. Same thing. It's like a pig spacesuit looking deal. Another one. What's this? It's just like a laser gun type of a thing. Another one of those submarine deals. Here is some kind of an attachment. I think this actually goes with this bigger vehicle that I found in there. So it's that Ram tank, I think, that we were seeing. There's not really an indication as to which way this goes, but maybe like that. I'll have to look at that picture. I can probably actually look these up online. I'll have to be careful putting it together, but yeah, I bet it kind of goes like that, and then it clips in. So the old tank there. And then there's bits and pieces. This looks like a hoof, kind of, but like a mechanical one. So maybe that goes with something like that. That'll be another puzzle to try to figure out. Here's another kind of a gun sort of a thing that plugs in to one of them. And another one, kind of a smaller vehicle headpiece type thing. They're really tacky. I'm gonna have to clean them up a lot. It's gonna take a lot of Windex or something to get that tackiness off. There's another one of these guns, just a ton of them. And then a bunch of these little missile kind of things. And that piece actually looks like one of those other ones that we had. There's a bunch of these missiles. And I'm guessing they go to like different things like this. They look roughly similar. This makes sense, like a watermelon kind of a bomb for these Barnyard Commandos. Some kind of like a tractor part looking kind of a thing. These guns, I guess, probably plug into these somewhere. This type of stuff. But then again, like I said, some of this might not even be from the Barnyard Commandos. And there's a tiny something. This looks like it was broken off of something. I don't know what that is. Or maybe it's like a little knife. I don't know what that would be from. I have to do some searching and try to figure out all this stuff. But so he gave me this whole box for $10, which is nice. You get the box too. Of course, I always need more storage for stuff like this until I can figure out if I'm going to sell it or trade it for something I need or want, I guess I would say. And then he gave me these too. He put these on top of the box, so I guess he had these type of vehicles. This one's got like a toilet seat, it looks like. A very Ninja Turtles kind of a catapult situation. And then finally, he put this on top too. It's like it's got one of those watermelon bombs on it. It's like they're probably calling it like a barnstormer or something like that. It's like a barnyard made plane of some kind. Those bi-wing planes. I guess you can put missiles on there. That's probably where a lot of those things are from. It's this kind of stuff. So it'll be interesting to piece it all together and figure it all out. But I think for $10, it was a pretty decent deal. Maybe I'll have to watch this bootleg DVD if it still works. And see what the Barnyard Commandos are all about. Let me know if you know much about these, if you had them when you were a kid or know a lot about these pieces or any of the stuff that I was showing. So an interesting little yard sale trip today.